Somali-American Representative Ilhan Omar, a Democrat from Minnesota and one of the first Muslim women to serve in the U.S. Congress, has ignited a controversy with her tweets and public statements. Many in her party were infuriated by her comments suggesting U.S. lawmakers' support for Israel was swayed by money and that some members of Congress had a dual allegiance to the U.S. and Israel. VOA's Katherine Gypson reports from Omar's diverse district, where the Congresswoman has opened up a difficult conversation for Jews and Muslims.
The heart of the nation's largest Somali-American community that sent one of its own to the U.S. Congress just 4 months ago.
Because we're going to Washington, everyone!
For these refugees, many of whom have lived in the U.S. for decades, that joy was short-lived.
I don't know, maybe...
The reason there is a lot of attention on Ilhan Omar is because a lot of differences came into the Congress. A Muslim woman, a hijab woman, an African woman. A lot of differences. That's what brings attention.
Just weeks into her term, Omar had to apologize for tweets and public statements challenging the U.S.-Israel relationship, facing congressional disapproval for crossing the line into anti-Semitism.
We were watching the criticism about Ilhan Omar, but we do not believe she is behaving with hatred toward Jewish people. I think that's a misinterpretation against her.
Somali-Americans, one of many groups Omar represents, in a district that includes young, educated professionals and a strong Jewish community that was deeply hurt by Omar's allegations.
The language really echoed upon anti-Semitic tropes that have been used throughout the centuries, calls accusations of Jews of having dual loyalty to foreign countries, specifically Israel, or Jews in their association with money and buying political favor.
Olitzky is one of many local leaders in discussion with Omar in recent weeks as the district's close Somali and Jewish communities look for a way to discuss policy without descending into hate.
There is no reason why Israel, Palestine, the United States relationship with Israel should not be the subject of robust debate and discussion. That's the hallmark of American democracy.
In a recent meeting to discuss her remarks, Hunegs showed Omar photographs to make the point that Jewish families are loyal to the United States.
So my cousin was killed in action November 16, 1944.
But Khalid Mohammed, who worked on Omar's campaign, says the former refugee has an obligation to challenge U.S. foreign policy.
When you see her talking about the injustices happening across the globe, it's not because she's just saying it for the sake of saying it. She deeply cares about it because she's been through a struggle.
For voters here in one of the most liberal districts in the nation, that willingness to challenge political norms resonates.
She said something a lot of people were thinking. I'm like, wow, that must have took guts, right, for her to say it. I'm like, proud of her.
But if voters tire of the constant controversies, Democratic challengers to her congressional seat are already waiting.
I could count probably 5 to 10 off the top of my head right now of folks who are already considering running.
A battle for a diverse district where foreign, not domestic policy could be the focus. Katherine Gypson, VOA News, Minneapolis, Minnesota.